Motivation doesn't change things. Good habits do. And that was a game changer for me, because I learned that if you make decisions based on your feelings, you're probably not going to get too far.
Wow.
What's going to get you
Period.
to the desired goal is the discipline that you put into it and the work that you put on it.
Welcome to Bellus Academy Beauty Beat, your guide to beauty, inspiration, motivation, and opportunities in the beauty industry.
Adrian De La Parra. This man isn't just cutting hair, he's out there winning awards like actual awards, taking home the top spot in 2019 for the Tread Vision Beauty and Vision Awards in the professional category. But that didn't stop there. He didn't stop there. No, no, no. Now he's the director of curriculum and educator development for every Bellus Academy in San Diego, including our campus in Manhattan, Kansas. That means he's not just about making people look good, he's training the next generation to do the same. So let's get into it. Adrian, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Floyd. I appreciate your kind words. You make me feel special. Hey, I can be your best friend if you want to.
I know, I know. So, Adrian, give us a rundown of who is Adrian De La Parra.
So I'm currently the director of curriculum here at Bellus Academy. I oversee all the programs that we offer here at the school: cosmetology, barbering, esthetician, nail technician. I'm a dual license. I'm a cosmetology and a barber. And I start in the beauty industry around 2010, and I got my cosmetology license in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And I work my way up in the educational part of the industry.
Yeah.
I started as an educator, assistant educator, and then now I'm director of curriculum.
But here's another question for you, Adrian. What pulled you into the beauty industry? I mean, was there like a moment you thought, this is my thing?
hmm Yes, there was a moment in my life that made me change path in my life. To begin with, I never imagined myself doing hair. It's not that, like when you're a kid
Mm-hmm.
and then I want to be a police officer, I want to
Yeah.
be a fireman, I want to be a basketball player.
Yeah.
When I was younger, yeah, like I would say like, yeah, I want to be a soccer player, I want to be a basketball player, but yeah, I never went that good with sports.
Yeah.
But as I was growing up, I feel that, and probably that was my mistake. I was not taking life serious.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school. I have a bachelor's degree in business, so I went to business school to graduate. But at the
Okay.
time, I was not taking it so serious.
Mm.
So when I graduate, hoping that I'll get a nice job, I'll be my own boss. Things didn't work out as I was planned.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed to find a plan B. It's like I need to do something with my life. This is not working. Life is harder
Mm-hmm.
than I was expecting. I have friends and family that are hairdressers, and there was this guy. He was the one who used to cut my hair when I was in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and I always admire his lifestyle. He was always traveling. He always had. He always dressed as nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was my friend. Every time that I went to his house, like the new sound system, the new TV, the new PlayStation. If I want to make an appointment with him, it has to be in advance because he was traveling.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, I never see like, oh, I want to be like him. It was at this period of my life after I graduated from school and not doing or realizing that life is harder than I was expecting, looking for that plan B, that guy came to me in my mind. It's like, look, I want to be like him. Like he was his own boss. He was like traveling, looking good, and it made me think about, okay, there might be something out there, you know.
Mhm.
And I realized that human vanity will always be a business.
Of
You know,
course, of course.
we always want to spend money on looking good. It doesn't matter how bad the economy is, you know, we're always going to invest in ourselves. So I saw an opportunity there.
Mm,
So when I decided to join the beauty industry, I was going more with a business mindset where I want to open a salon or a barber shop. I didn't visualize myself working behind a chair or in a beauty school, right?
mhm,
But I was like, this time I want to make it serious. Whatever decision I'm making, I want to take it serious. So I decided to go to beauty school just to
mm.
learn the ins and outs of the beauty industry.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
when I
yeah.
was at school and I started learning the craft, I fell in love with the craft. And
Wow,
that
wow.
made me change my path again. It was like, you know what? I want to do this. I want to do hair.
Yeah.
And while I was in school, I got really good mentors that now did another shift and was like, yeah, I don't want to own a salon, or I don't want to work behind the chair for the rest of my life. I
Yeah.
want to be an educator. I want to inspire the future generation of hairstylists and barbers like this educators did it with me.
Wow, wow. Yeah, yeah. I can see that. I mean, I know Adrian since 2019, and so I can see that he always wanted more, that he always envisioned more, and that, of course, education is just a level that everyone takes when they're in the beauty industry. And he touched a little bit about your mentor. Everyone's got that one person who pushed them better. Was there like a specific person that really like, wow, I follow this guy or follow this girl and really like took you to the next level?
Yeah, there are actually two, and those were my educators when I was in beauty school.
Okay.
Their names are Clinton Norris and John Rizzo.
Okay.
They were my educators when I was in beauty school, and I would say that they are the reason why I decided to become an educator.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it important in our industry to grab on to a mentor?
No, not really. You know,
Mm,
it's up to. I think it's more on the personal side, how
mm,
much you want to grow and what path you want to take, and then just find the right person, find that role model that is gonna help you to set a goal in your life. I want to be like this person, or I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
do what this person is doing. But at the same time, you know, I remember I have a friend of mine. He's also my mentor, and one time we're very close friends. And one time I told him, "Man, like I want to be like you," and he told me, "No, you don't want to be like me. You want to be better than me." I was
Yeah,
like, "Okay,
yeah.
it's game on, game
Yeah,
on."
they want, exactly. So we transform people's look for a living, and what's that like? How do you think your skills and the services you provided actually help people feel the best? What do we what yeah what is a haircut? Is a haircut just a haircut? Is a hair color just a hair color to some people?
Yes, and I think it can go to the next level
Mm,
only if you want to take it to the next level, you know, because pretty much what we're doing, like we're cutting hair, we're coloring hair out there, we're changing the texture, but when you can make a person look their best,
mm,
that's priceless, you know, and people will appreciate that because then you can also save a life by making someone look their best.
oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
all this come with practice and training, you know, because yeah,
Mhm,
you know, at the end of the day, yeah, we're cutting hair. I would say like everybody can cut hair, but when you have the knowledge to to put all the pieces together, right? When you know your client's texture, density, the
Exactly.
bone structure, their
Yes.
lifestyle, when you're able to identify all those elements and put all the pieces together to make that person look the best, is when you're taking your craft to the next level.
Exactly. And that's the difference between a $75 haircut to a $250 haircut. And you're
Yeah.
adding those factors,
Yeah.
structure, bone, your lifestyle, your
Yeah.
your look, the way you are, if you're punk rock or R&B or
Yeah.
corporate.
Now, plus when you add on your personal touch, like your
Yeah,
customer service, your
yeah, yeah.
attitude, I think it's very important that this kind of like an advice for people that's in beauty school, or when if they're like close to get their license. It's very important that everything takes a place here. You can be the nicest person out there with more uh happy attitude,
Mhm.
but if your skills are not there, then probably you're not going to be as successful as you could be.
Yeah,
Or you can be the best hairstylist in the world, but if you do not have soft skills or customer services, then your clients will not probably come back, because
yeah,
it's also like the experience that the guests are getting through the
yeah,
service.
yeah, yeah. So, question, out of everything you've done, what's what's been your biggest, wow, I can't believe this is my job. Was there like a specific moment that you're so proud of not just yourself, but your team, or, what you accomplished at that moment? Whether a specific fashion show, whether a graduate, or yeah.
Mhm. There has been a few moments. I think like the first one that comes to my mind is the first time when I was like new at Bellus Academy as an educator, when I saw the first student clocking out for the last time and graduating. That moment to me was like a game changer. It's like I
Mm,
cannot believe that I am part of this. And throughout the time, every time that I go on social media and I see former students that were my students being successful,
mhm.
that once again, that's
Yeah.
priceless. A student of mine, right? She was the owner of one of the salons that I was working at. She was my student, and then eventually she became my boss.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably on my side, as being an educator, watching people graduate that,
Mhm.
and, it's hard to be emotionally close to students all the time. Not every single one. Sometimes you vibe with just different people, but the ones who, like, day in and day out takes your jokes and takes to heart to all your advice and your guidance, and they take it and they just take it to a new level, and they
Mhm.
finally clock out, and you're crying, I'm crying, everybody's crying, wait, everybody's crying. Uh, and in our field, we see that all the time, weekly,
Yeah.
monthly basis, and it's that for me would be the moment like, wow, I really love what I do, and I want,
Mhm.
I want to continue doing this. Someone jumping into Bell's Academy and just looking at Bell's and saying, what should I expect? Coming into our school.
I would say the best. We put so much time and work on making sure that we give the students the right knowledge and tools and
Yeah,
equipment.
exactly. And when I was a student in 2019 and 2020, that's what I got from Bell's Academy. And I'm not trying to be biased.
Mhm.
My job now is to go around San Diego County and represent Bell's Academy at the high schools and career fairs, events and communities, as I do is we do community cuts for homeless shelters and nonprofit organizations. Um, yeah, we give it all.
Yeah,
The foundation's there, the technology is there.
and you know what? Also, that is very important that I would like to bring up to the conversation. It's the connections that you make, the
Oh yeah,
networking that it happens. You know, here at
yeah,
Bell's Academy, we have a good relationship with top brands
yes,
uh, that are added into our curriculum. You know, like Wella, Ruzol,
hmm
Dermalogica.
hmm
So we get visits from them. We get education from them.
hmm
So we have them as a guest speaker. So the students have the opportunity to get that connection, to interact in person with top artists.
yeah,
We get salon owners from the area, and it helps the students to build that relationship with successful uh, successful people in the industry that it's
yep,
local in the area.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. I love it. I love it. So tools of the trade. Oh gosh, coming from the Premier Anaheim last weekend, you can't imagine the amount of technology, tools, weapons of choice for the industry that's
Mhm,
out there. I mean, I think I can count maybe 5 or 6 booth with shears.
mhm.
Everybody has
If
shears,
not more, yeah.
if not more. Hair extensions blowing up. You got nail companies blowing up. All types of facial companies out there. It's so hard to choose. So, why are professional tools so important when learning your craft? And let's talk about these heavy hitters like shears, high quality kit items.
Mhm.
What's worth the investment? What does Bell's Academy provide in their kits?
So we're partnered with top brands in the industry, and we want to make sure that the tools that the students get, they're gonna last them not just while they're in school, but also through the time as professionals.
Yes. So students don't just sit in the classroom all day, right? They're not just like on the floor. How does Buzz Academy Student Salon expand their learning?
So, yeah, as you said, like students are not just in a classroom all the time. They also spend time on the clinic floor where they have the opportunity to work with with clients and apply what they learn in the classroom. But the students also have the opportunity to go to different events and do
Yeah.
hair, like fashion shows, community events,
Mhm.
things or events that will help the students put in practice what they learn at a different environment, a different level. Because it's not the same doing hair in a salon environment
Mhm.
versus behind the scenes for a
Exactly.
fashion show, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
doing hair as a form of like giving back to the community and
Mhm.
doing services for people that are probably going through a very rough moment in life, like
Oh, yeah.
homeless or shelters and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, Bell's Academy supports and gives that to the students where they have the opportunity to put in practice their craft outside the
Yeah.
school. There's also we have the externship program, what students have the opportunity to go and complete some of their hours at a salon.
Mhm.
So students, instead of coming to school one day, uh, they go to a salon and have the opportunity to assist a hairstylist at that salon and get that real salon experience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that is exactly right. That is one thing that we do best. And of course, me joining the team in the event department, I strive to provide the students so
Mhm.
that no student can say, Bells Academy didn't give me a chance to go outside of the salon floor, spa
Yeah,
floor to interact with the community.
yeah.
And I want to tout it because I'm so proud of the whole program and you guys giving me the opportunity you hardly say no. I say yes a lot, and I maybe overextend the Bellus Academy experience, but I
Mhm.
went from 9 events to 39 events in 1 year.
Wow. Good job, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you. And that's from fashion shows to community events, and then externships, of course, that's helping us out too, and visits and all that.
Mhm.
And so, um, you talked about externships, so you answered that question. What is a big deal for beauty schools to align themselves with professional brands? I know you talked about that in a while ago.
Mhm.
W- Is a brand a brand? Do we just use them to use them, or do we partner with these brands?
No. Yeah, it's not that we just use them. We have partnerships with these brands where uh, we have so many perks and advantage by keeping these partnerships or making this partnership with these brands. As I mentioned before, um, through our partnerships, we get training, but not just for the students, but also training for the educators. We
Yeah.
put so much time and we invest on our educators because we understand that they are the front line. They
Mm,
are with the students
yeah.
like most of the time. So we want to make sure that our educators are at the top, that their skills levels are at the top so they can deliver the best education. And having this partnership help us because they train with the best, and that education also transferred to the student. It goes like down the line.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Also, like the products, we make sure that we're working with the best products out there in the market.
Yeah, yeah. I feel no, I don't feel, I know as an educator
Mhm.
also that you guys provide the professional development for our teachers, which is so important. You can never stop learning so that so that the brands that we work with, they work with they have their own education team,
Mhm.
and they provide that and that's important. I know to our leadership that whatever brand we work with, that they provide an education for their brand, whether it be hair color, shampoo, skincare, and nails. And that's just one of the things that we can tout in Bell's Academy, that
Mhm.
we do very well, and that our partners are on the forefront of education.
Yeah.
And we just, yeah, yeah.
And also like going back into having those connections
Mm,
with these partnerships and how the students can benefit from these connections. Let's say talking specifically with the well, one of the partnership, the biggest partnerships that we have. There are salons in the area. There are wellness salons.
mhm,
So when students graduate, have the opportunity, to get those contacts
mhm,
from student services. The students get the practice. They graduate knowing the brand from in and out. And for a salon owner, knowing that students already familiar with the product and the color line, that already sets the students apart and above the rest.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. And I'm very proud of the partners that we have.
Mhm.
Thank you. I'm not going to say here, but the partners that we have. Oh my God, I've met almost every person from each brand, and they're wonderful and supportive. Um, Talking about business, for future salon owners, at spa owners,
Mhm.
does Bell's Academy help students with the business side of things? Do you guys cover any marketing, business strategies, or that real stuff, real world
Yeah,
stuff?
so on our curriculum, we have designated areas that covers the business aspect of the industry. We or the students learn about how they market themselves, how
Mhm,
to properly use social media to put themselves out there, how to find the right salon, a salon that is gonna fit the student, how to do
mhm,
retail,
yeah,
um, how to have a proper consultation,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
most important thing, how to wow the client, to make sure that
exactly.
that client is going to come back. So yeah, definitely would make sure that the students get the business knowledge that they need. But also not just how to make money. Something, and I know that eventually we're going to touch base on this, but in our advanced program, we also include financial literacy
Nice.
content, because we're not just helping the students how to make money, but also how to keep their
Exactly.
money, how to make it
Exactly.
grow.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That
How to
that
make
that that is a important skill to have.
yeah,
You can't just be talented. You gotta be know, like, how much can I use? How much I need to supply? What's my
yeah, no.
inventory? How much to
And I
charge?
think it's very important, Floyd, and I don't think a lot of schools, not just beauty schools, but just in general, they don't teach how to be financially smart, you know.
Yeah.
And throughout my years working as an educator and having that connection with alumni, I will always get that, like, I wish I learned this when I was in
Mm,
school. I wish I
mm.
learned how to manage, how to do my taxes, or how to
Yeah,
manage my money.
yeah.
Um, and now we have it, and to me, it's it's amazing that we can give that to the students. We
Yeah,
prep you not just on the technical skills that you need to be successful, but also giving you those soft skills, the business knowledge, and also helping you how to be smart financially.
exactly, exactly. And then that's an ever-growing, topic, and also education, uh, um, theory to go through.
Yeah.
It's always changing. So, two-part question on this one, and we talked about the advanced programs. So, first question is: Bell's Academy has an advanced cosmetology program. What
Mhm.
makes it different from a standard one? And the second question is: How does the advanced program actually give students an edge in their careers, both
Yeah.
right out of school and years down the line?
Yeah. So here at Bellus Academy, right, we always like to do things above and beyond. We always go the next level, and we want to make sure that our students have the best education and the best skills out there. So we offer two options, right? We have our foundation program, but we also offer an advanced cosmetology program. And one of the main difference, other than the length of the program, which gives you the opportunity to have more practice on our clinic floor, it also gives you different certifications like hair extension certification and an eyelash extension certification, plus extra time in the classroom to learn a more creative and technical approach to hair cutting and color.
What's the big deal with booth renting versus hourly pay, or is it even commission? Out of those three, what are the pros and cons for those three things there?
Man, just like anything in life, there's pros and cons. And whatever decision you make, I don't want to say the one is better than the other.
Mm,
I think, or my advice for students or someone who is fresh out of school, just find the one that is gonna fit you. You know,
yeah.
what's gonna work for you.
Hmm.
It's like, once again, it's not that one is better than the other.
Hmm.
But it just depends on where you at the moment. I'll give you an example, right? Uh, the benefits of a booth rent or renting your own space. You have freedom, right? You manage your own time, you manage your income, you have your own space. But if you do not have clients, then you're not going to make any money, right?
Hmm.
Something like that, from my point of view, to get to that, to make that decision that you want to go there, is because you already have a solid clientele, right?
Exactly. That is the key. That
Uh,
is like the magic word.
yeah,
Clientele. You already have it.
you already have it. Yes. The other options, commission or hourly, then you have to think about, okay, if I don't have clients and I'm building up my clientele, in the event that I'm not doing a service, I'm still getting paid because I'm getting paid by the hour,
Exactly. Yeah.
Of course, you're probably not going to be making the same amount of money that you would make if you're commission, but at least you have something that is secure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's more of like where you at in terms of like your clientele that is going to determine the decision that you're going to make.
Yeah.
But it can go more, it can go deeply, it can go more deep than that.
Yeah.
Uh, I think before thinking if you want to do commission, booth rent, or hourly rate, I think that's on page number 2, right? Page
Yeah.
number 1
Yeah.
would be what kind of salon you want to work at,
Yeah. Yeah.
what
Yeah.
kind of hairstylist you want to be,
Yeah.
if you want to put yourself behind the chair, because in the beauty industry there's so many options. It doesn't have to be just working behind the chair. You can be
Mhm.
an educator, you can work for a product company, or you can just manage a salon. But if you decide to go on that route where you're going to be working behind the chair, before thinking if it's going to be a booth rent or hourly or commission, you want to know what kind of hairstylist you want to be. Do you
Exactly.
want to be someone who works just doing haircuts,
Hmm.
color? What kind of color services do you want to offer? You want to work in a salon that specializes in blondes? You
Hmm.
want to work in a salon that specialized in vivid rainbow colors?
Hmm.
You want to work in a salon that is specialized in texture hair?
Yeah.
You want to work in a salon that, I don't know, that it's a high-end salon that it's in, I don't know, Beverly Hills, La Jolla,
Yeah.
right? How much you want to charge for your services? You
Yeah.
want to work at a salon that you only do 2 clients and you're good for the day, or you want to work in a salon where you have to do 15
Yeah. Yeah.
clients
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
to be good with your day?
Yeah.
So from my point of view, I think before thinking if it's going to be a booth rent, uh, commission, or hourly, it's more important to know like where do I see myself working, because in all three you're gonna make money, but
Yeah.
which one is gonna fit you
Hmm.
based on your goals?
Yeah. Your skill level, your
Mhm.
aspirations, where you
Yeah,
want to be. This industry is so many levels, so many ways you can be. Like you talked about, some
yeah.
people are just colorists, like they're really just good at color.
And
Some
and you know
people,
what, Floyd?
yeah,
I'm sorry to interrupt you,
yeah,
but if we're talking about cosmetology is a huge umbrella.
exactly,
Cosmetologists, uh, they pretty much can do everything.
pretty much.
I would say probably 90% of the beauty and wellness
Mm,
industry, right? A
covers
cosmetology license covers pretty much,
all of
I
it.
don't want to say everything, but a lot. So it
Yeah,
doesn't have
yeah,
to be just hair.
hmm,
You can do nails.
yep,
You can do
exactly.
makeup. You can do facials. You can
Facials, yeah,
work at a resort. You
yep,
can work at a nail salon.
yep,
You can even work in a barber shop. You're not going to be able to do shaving, right?
mm.
But with a cosmetology license, now imagine you're working at a barber shop and you have a license to do waxing. How many barbers?
Color,
How many
curves,
barbers they wish they could offer a
exactly.
wax
Yeah,
service at the barber shop,
yeah.
but they can't because they don't have a license for that.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, yeah, you got that. You hit the nail on the head. Cosmetology license covers a
Mhm,
lot, and you can imagine people will master one craft, but they are able
mhm,
to do other stuff. And I feel like the most valuable and most multi-use, multi-personality that's so skillful, and they learn different types of services, or they can
Mhm.
offer that. Say you're a celebrity stylist, but you're able to do a manicure for your client, and you could do a facial, and you could do their hair, and you can do a fade. Like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
how you can
There's so
charge.
many, yeah, there's so many options, not just on the services that you can offer,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
how we were saying before, where you want to work. You want
Mm,
to work behind
mm,
the scenes on a movie, working
mm,
with celebrities. You want to work at a high-end salon. You want to
mm.
work as an educator for a beauty school.
Yep.
You want to work as a
Um,
platform artist for a
ambassador. Yeah,
product
yeah.
company.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. If someone is thinking about going to beauty school, what is the best advice you would give them? And the last question would be, for those fresh graduates starting out,
Mhm.
what's one thing you wish someone told you when you're getting to be a licensed professional?
Uh, for question number one, it could be also for number two. Like if you're planning to be a student, if you're already a student, or you just graduate, my best advice that I can give you is set you a goal, but most important, have an action plan to reach your goal. Something that I learned um, on my day one in beauty school, and it's now my philosophy or my mojo, however you want to call it, right? I'll give you a little bit of the story, right? I remember going into beauty school on day one. I was sitting on my chair at my desk. Right in front of me was the book that it was assigned to me. It was a Milady book. I open it, and the first page that I see, it's the introduction, and there's different quotes from different professionals,
Mm,
like top artists in the industry. And the one that catch my eye said, "Motivation doesn't change things. Good habits do." And that was a game changer for me, because I learned that if you make decisions based on your feelings, you're probably not going to get too far.
wow.
What's going to get you
Period.
to the desired goal is the discipline that you put into it and the work that you put on it. My advice is have a goal and visualize that goal. How do you see yourself in 5 years? How do you see yourself after graduating, after you get your license? What kind of salon do you want to work at?
Mhm.
Right? And then design the plan how you're going to get there. Because when you just have a dream or a goal, if you don't have the action plan, like motivation or money, one day you have it, next day you don't have it. And if you rely on that, then maybe one day you're going to feel down and you're like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. And probably you're never going to reach your goal. If you do, probably it's going to take longer than what should it take, right? But when you have that discipline, you're going to get there sooner
Yep.
than later. And life will still happen outside beauty school,
Mhm.
but when you have that strong plan, once again, sooner than later, you're gonna get it there.
Yeah, yeah.
So make sure that you set your goals, but you back them up with a action plan. And question number two, uh, it was related to actually professionals. Or what's your question?
Yeah, so the
Lloyd?
future graduates just
Mhm.
about to get their license or got their license, what's the one advice you would give them that someone wish would told you?
Uh, take care of your money.
Bro. Yep,
Yeah,
of course.
I think I wish. I had someone taught me or teach me how to be smart financially, you know?
Mhm,
That's
mhm,
why I am very into it, you know. I'm very excited that we have a partnership with Cunity, which is our financial literacy program
mhm.
that pretty much teach you all the ins and outs of how to take care of your money, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wish I had something like that when I was in school. You know, like shame on
Mhm.
me. I'm still paying my student loans. So
Oh, mm,
it's been years. It's been years since I
wow.
graduated, but because I didn't have that training or knowledge in the past, you know.
Mhm.
So make sure, guys, that you keep track of your incomes. You know,
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
one of my advices, and my next advice will be keep practicing. You know, this craft, it's all about muscle memory and repetition.
Yes.
What's going to
Um,
make you better? The more that you do it, the better that you're getting. Okay.
well, thank you so much, man. It's such an honor, such a pleasure to have you be our first guest. It was just meant to be for me and Adrian. It came full circle. Me being a student, being an educator with you, and now a coworker with you. Thank you so much for being our first guest. Thank you for giving us all the words and wisdoms and giving us the insight of your life, of course, your career, and of course, the Bellus Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first podcast ever. I hope you enjoyed it. Bellus Academy Beauty Beat. Look for the next one. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.